is Email Contest brought to you by Quicken Loans, sponsors of the Quicken Loans Carrier Classic. Michigan State taking on North Carolina. That game is going to be played aboard the USS Carl Vinson carrier ship on Veterans Day, November 11th. The winner gets round-trip airfare, 2 nights of hotel accommodations in San Diego, and a pair of tickets to the game. Here are your finalists. This guy's playing off of Brett Favre. Brett Favre, in retirement, comes out, does an interview, takes a run at Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Rome, I'm going to be honest. I was not surprised when I heard that you were giving away tickets to the Quicken Loans Carrier Classic. The bigger surprise to me was that you wouldn't be doing it sooner. It's funny how people get over time. My last year in Green Bay, prior to the first game, I made the remark that this was probably the best show on radio. And of course, everybody looked up and was like, this guy's off his rocker. You've been around a while, and I'd like to think that you had watched and learned from other shows. And then when you got a chance to give prizes away, you brought in this ability, which is obviously very good, or they wouldn't have asked you to do it in the first place. You've got tremendous talent, you're very bright, and you've had a chance to watch and see successful radio shows do it right. And so you've just kind of fell into a good situation. On top of that, you're a good host. I don't think anyone would question now the talent around you is better than on other shows. So I'm really kind of surprised that it's taken you so long to give things away. Signed, Brett. Hope that doesn't win. But it might. Let's see what we got. It's not bad. Dan and Indy. Not bad at all. This email, the subject is Hank Williams' Career Builder Resume. Dear Mr. Hank Williams, we here at Career Builder would like to thank you for registering and welcome you as our newest member. As a member of the nation's leading job search website, you will have a multitude of tools and resources available for use. Based on the profile that you have filled out on our homepage, describing your strengths, previous work experience, and personality characteristics, we have compiled a list of 2 jobs and descriptions that we feel would be conducive to you getting back on track with your career path. Feel free to view the ensuing list and let us know if we can help you attain any of the following positions. 1. Horse stall sanitation engineer. Tasks include prioritizing manure cleanup methods, reconciling between feeding the horses oats, grains, or carrots, analyzing if it is best to load the horse into the stall backwards or forwards, and cataloging your results. Number 2, Foreign Affairs Neanderthal. Tasks include tabulating the most idiotic comments that you can make in regards to correlating World War II villains and contemporary American leaders, guest appearing on national news television stations and syncing your career with one soundbite, utilizing the "they didn't fire me, I quit" method in an attempt to save face. Once again, we thank you for signing up at Career Builder, and we are looking forward to hearing back from you in regards to our suggestions. Respectfully yours, the Career Builder team. Was in Scottsdale. I've got a feeling that's going to be tough to beat. It's a good email. Oh, I don't know though, Was. Look who's in. Victor by La Jolla via Broadway. Send me to Diego, boys. Victor by La Jolla via Broadway. Dear Rome, well, that sure was quick. A mere handful of days after the, quote, greatest night ever in Major League Baseball, the Tampa Bay Rays season has already been put to an abrupt end. As famous poker aficionado Theodore KGB once said, so that's it then? Like a young man coming in for a quickie. I feel so unsatisfied. Talk about anticlimactic. However, seeing the world through jungle-colored glasses as I do, it did not surprise me one bit to see the Rays get bounced so quickly from the biggest stage. After all, the only reason they squeezed into the playoffs to begin with was because they won what was basically a last-second play-in game, the MLB version of the hack-off. Much like Tampa's other favorite son, Ray, they didn't stand a chance once the big boys showed up. And sure enough, you look around the remaining teams and you see the usual suspects. The Yankees, the Phillies, the Rangers, the Cardinals. The Iafredi, Brad and Corona, and Broadways of Major League Baseball. The Rays are, well, the Rays of Major League Baseball. the Tampa Bay Rays. They don't win titles, they title the wins. Or something. Victor by La Jolla via Broadway. Send me to Diego, boys. All right, so those two in the clubhouse looking pretty good. Last email. This is for the trip. Dear Mr. Rome, my family and I do not have very much money. I slave away day after day in our one-room home, taking care of not only my son, but also my elderly family members. When I heard about your contest through the static of my AM radio at the laundromat, I knew this was a perfect opportunity for me to finally get away for a few days. You see, years ago, my son won a very prestigious contest similar to yours that I was very excited to attend. Unfortunately, I was robbed blind of this invitation by my lazy, selfish, good-for-nothing, and endlessly freeloading father. This could be my chance to not only relax in the sunshine, but also get back at that self-centered, entitled jerk. Thank you, Mr. Rome, for giving my boyfriend William and I a few nights in a bedroom of our own while Chuck, Joe, Josephine, George, and Georgina pitifully fend for themselves. Sincerely yours, Mrs. Bucket.
Cause I got a golden ticket.
Todd in Buffalo. Or Mrs. Bucket. I don't know anybody who needs a trip more than Mrs. Bucket. Mrs. B has been abused for a long time. Triple shifting at the laundromat, coming home, 9 people in that bed, working 18 hours a day, triple shifting in the laundromat, and coming home and having to cook those deadbeats dinner. And clean that house. Oh, we won a contest in the chocolate factory? I can walk. I'm cured. I can get out of bed. Oh, yeah, I feel great. What's for dinner, Mrs. B? Nice job, Todd. All right, so number 1 was the Brett Favre takeoff. Number 2 was the Hank Williams career builder. Number 3 was Victor via Broadway. Well, no, Victor by La Jolla via Broadway. All right, so I'm going to say the Favre email is out. I'm going to say Mrs. Bucket is out, which brings me back to a couple of legends. Victor by La Jolla via Broadway, Watson, Scottsdale. And I'm not picking it based on what you think I'm going to pick or should pick or what's going to be popular or unpopular. I'm going with the best email. I said this from the very jump. The best email wins. The best email is Was in Scottsdale. See you on the carrier, Was. You just beat out a legend. Barely. It was close. Was, I don't know how to tell you this. You're in the danger zone, my man.
We're going ballistic, man. Go get him.
Was, you're going ballistic.
That's right.
Get your dog tags. Work on your high fives and low fives. Broadway turned in his wings, Was. You're the man.
Okay, man. Let's turn and burn.
Turn and burn, Was. Okay, Was, turn and burn. Who are you playing volleyball with that weekend, Was? Was, I'm going to give you your dream shot. You're going to the carrier. Oil up, play volleyball.
Chester's dead. Yeehaw!
Victor by La Jolla via Broadway's dead. Yeehaw! Take the wife or lose her forever, Was. Was, you're doing it on a carrier. You're going to a basketball game on a carrier. It was close, Victor. Very close. Was wins. I'm out of gifts. You know I'm